We have for daily updates. We need to say how so baswa. The kind one so be subscribe to your channel. No like video no. No share ma afufro so any video ni be share. No adwen share so. Utimi de ba comment section hono na bejibre na yaka ho asem. Na NDC ni man bi na ache say. Utimi say anytime minority ni majority be ko Supreme Court bi a utimi say ono aye okobi. And in communimu no ache say time bi omoko Supreme Court NP minority ni majority ho sensem ya koso parliament ya na omoko no omu raise issue bia na issue no omu raise no na maame Chief Justice Torkonoo oye nanim samwe bi na se de osi nanim no ma na no kopae ma okoka asem bi nti asem no kokan na nkofo bi say maami asem aye kan ni ba bia ode won komo yi na mi de nti na man nkofo suspect no say ase udima MPP for no because President Akufo-Addo ene de ne ba no Chief Justice inti say bi enu nti na o yes ade aba fine I don't know and nkofo start suspect no nti nkomodi de ma na omoka say na say wutim say Chief Justice kra no kakra bi ni apa ma no na je say odi team no really against NDC for no as is here nchemu eba chese maame no kro no asem no kra se atena ni sompo wo hu se baabi ade ekọ no de o se jea no mu jea asem nim because o maye bia emfa Afenyo Markin na no nkofo MPP fo yi asan free na chi obi asori ono ye ne campaign obi anya time ma papa free meeting na MPP fo na akwa beka so o maye busy inji say asem no so obeje mu so onje mu ene e wo no honom one Supreme Court asem abuza for kam ho ne nhwe particular video we audio na me ye nti me pese yeti audio no ne emu nchi mu ayi free ba na e ba de obi e de beto so memo arrange fi sedem sika che mu na subscribe to channel no said be ya anytime be drop update bi a wo so benya notification wa hwe bi ye nhwe video ni sese
we actually near see your judicial system our crisis and your economic crisis then this should tell you where we are heading towards.
Very dangerous.
We are leading to a dangerous grounds. Yeah. Because emra ibrofumuni atro yen tron Greek o check article 97 article 97 G&H a very clear and direct. There is nothing ambiguous about that. How beka say nti wo ye court acquire den ama ya ko chirechirem. So if this article 97 G&H a very clear ni akọ court na court di nyoma bi e chirechirem sadin chirechirem bi ba na it does not sink in well with we the ordinary. This is when we lose trust in our judicial system. And any country that loses trust in its judicial system, no country no be a econo enye. Anything can happen at any time. People will begin to take the law into their own hands. At least Supreme Court no should have been a place. Sabi and can be a free hoba. If you don't even agree with it, krano, it was see whom be to even criticize them. Yeah. But here lies the case. It is very simple to predict even ruling from the Supreme Court. Say Supreme Court eka yemrante yi betting up someone and kadia boys be diwo krum ha. Because it is very simple to predict. It is very simple to predict ruling from the Supreme Court. To an extent, see, you even watch the demeanor on TV camera of our own Chief Justice. Then you become so worried. In a way, see, there was even some time ago, a speaker lawyer. When the issue was on, the Chief Justice made a comment. With that body language and that facial expression was not the best. See, we are in a country where Parliament is not sitting. Is it your duty to make Parliament sit? So, yes, I know. Oh man,
that was the Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice.
Say, you know, your government.
Yeah.
The three arms of government.
Exactly.
They should interfere each. So the executive can interfere the judicial.
Yeah, sure. Check and balances. That one,
he has right to.
But at that particular point in time, that was not the issue brought before you.
Okay.
So even no case, our lawyer no elect and say, oh, madam, as some I come hand, I want to say, oh, okay. So automatically, she even realized, see, what she was doing was not the best at that moment. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, everybody will testify to the fact, say, she has been carried away, but by a hidden agenda. For even making that statement, you could see she has been carried away. Yeah. And so lawyer not trained agencies oh, that is not the issue before us. Mm-hmm. So even from that point, you can testify. Baby a case in echo. So it was easy to predict what will happen. That is why I see it as a smart move on the speaker's side. Say, mountain for defense, because for defense it would have been waste of everybody's time. It would have been waste of everybody's time. But they shouldn't forget. See, presidents one day they will be at the other end. You will be at the other end. And can you see my cocoa in the hang parliament? And these issues will be happening. Judicial will take and go take it. Judicial will take about Siaman and Caudius obey. And Kajombo do trouble man or Klobe. He never dreamt of this thing. See, one day, yet never bank newspapers, money discussing. Now, man for referral, now, man for citing the case as president. Near any interview, club is and say, one guy's decision will take here and I say, now for the order. He never thought of this. Sanka wodwene huhu ye say da bi ebe Daniel Kwaba abebono ama na amanfo aboni di money and he will never engage in that.
So Michael Quay's a judgment is better than this one, right?
Michael Quay judgment. Oh, Michael Quay judgment is far better than this one. Supreme Court in same way omode bai.
I'm talking about the interpretation of Article 97.
The interpretation of Article. It is the fact of the matter and say Michael Quay in ceremony is being used as president in Parliament. But the funniest aspect, and say people talk about the MPP not deliberately writing to the speaker to tell the speaker, just like in the case of
wrote to
in the case of Michael.
And Michael Quay also relayed the letter to.
But we shouldn't also forget. We shouldn't also forget. See, Parliament is a house of records. See, any decision that have been taken by Parliament has been kept on record. And will affect any future decision. That is what you should know. No matter what. So far as Michael Quay has declared a CMS seat vacant, the same action. Multi parliament. We will not wait for you to write to us whilst we have presidents sitting there looking at us in the face. We will not wait for you to write to us. That is what they must know. But what I'm praying for, Ziggy, say we will know what we are doing. In a way, see that to be a better sansa bedding as a boy. That is what we should know. And lawyer Bribés and the Supreme Court they have said it. That's all. But what I'm saying is, what next after here? That is the question. What next after this decision? What next after here? That is what we should be asking. Because they say, as we speak, even when Parliament cry a man for Babetinayi, we saw letter from Justin Kodua written to all parliamentary candidates and their MPs. See, they should stay in their constituency. They shouldn't come to Parliament.
And work.
Grounds. Who General Secretary officially outro to your members of Parliament. So I'm spending 4 days in a week in their constituencies. Now 4 days in a week, who's spending 4 days in a week?
They want majority.
I know what so government business. Yeah, so you're quite grounds. You better be about here, Juma.
By the Supreme Court, all what they wanted to do is to hold on to the majority. That's all. So they should hold on it. That's all. So the question is, what next? They should hold on it. That one is not our concern. But my problem is Alex Afenyo Markin, even reducing the discussion to a spiritual issue. The speaker made it clear in his press conference. Okay. Ziggy, was it the majority? Where you see that not determine whether you are majority or not. Was it a name Rabiamu? It's okay. All right.
Was it a name Rabiamu? For Alex Afenyo Markin to decrease the discussion to spirituality, saying it's a minority to affect me spirituality. It is neither here nor there. What's what just sound common?
And only be a sipen because in 2009, my memory so Mr. Kwaku Kwaba. Samoa said number one. Now, as I in the BSC, they know all cast spiritual no Obeka is 2009. Honorable Chairman Samus Ubidi Juju Koshe Nisitase. Ewo Parliament. It was clear. And then conform more sprinkle. Almost shenta be who to be almost sprinkle concoction be Parliament. A day before say Parliament better. It was also established. I'll call Parliament. But quickly tell us according to Kojo, was he a certain bad precedent?
Ziga, Oman no 13 minutes.
No, your man 10 minutes.
Oman 3 initial comments.
Oh, I did yes.
Oman 10.
Oh, I did
initial comments.
That I know better.
Initial comments.
Now you better.
Let me say.
As a minute, 30 minutes and so
32-42.
You gave him 3 minutes initial comments.
32-42.
You gave him 3 minutes initial comments.
Hour
10 minutes.
Till I better 30 minutes even before.
I so by time to watch the time.
Oh, and time.
We do have 5 a.m. We do have 5 a.m. here and extra 1 hour. Let's do 5 a.m. We do have an extra 1 hour.
Or the next 10 minutes. Let's say Kausha say 42 pepe no now.
Eddie Kamin Shama, His Excellency Dr. Mahamadou Baumia. Omampania be the chair, be make say boni dia ashen so dia e Canadian ho. I did the be make on every platform say obedi omampani e wo man bia mu a say ade e fe legacy and ashen so dia be bu dia e bo ziga dia de kai no ye bokweku dia de kai no ye bokufo dia de kai no e fe legacy bo ni fe legacy na obokufo dia president kufo dia obekai free maternal health care and national health insurance scheme obo na kufo adu dia apart from many things all in here no obekai free senior high school obo Baumia as a sitting vice president, never in the history of our country. And a sitting vice president has a legacy to his name. Obonidia Obiabekai digitalization and digitization. A big word into all kinds of Obiabekai digitization. That's a legacy of Dr. Baumia as a sitting vice president. Obo Mohammadin, John Mohammadin, Obiankai. There's no legacy anybody can remember to Muhammad's name. Apart from negatives. Oh, now breast soon in here, Dumso Kumasi, Obiabekai. And see, Besagana 40 years said, Nipa or ye mates are why ye no, or no near Sandy Mano a truss. A pepe.
Are you aware, say President Mahama at time? Not as a president, but when he was a minister as communication. Almost time they were working in the night, day in the day out. Make sure say the communication, the phone booth as a near bank or phoneti communication. Ben Minister Obekai say na because phone baby communication. Omuna ma radio station be do so Ghana. When we say one more time as a committee minister.
Was it? I said
Obasa LB so the legacy. Because we call vet na ama ya vet na malakasa.
Obiaba they will do something. Everybody will do something.
So
it's a kind of legacy.
It's also a legacy.
So you're a parent. I said the best legacy you can leave for your children is education. Apart from education, it's all to your mom. What to shoot mom? Anamwa. Who don't pay compared to baby enum fanta. 1 year. Oh yeah. Whether you do something. Who don't watch TV? Who don't bonkomo? Oh my idea and so on. You do something. You can legacy. Obin Hobeka say, and I'm papa and on Raymond Media there be. Hobeka so what they make so cool. The legacy. How heavy it is.
You go Supreme Court.
Okay.
What time?
And Tigana Fontias, your name fa banoma, Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, ni Pawaye Bidano, or Batwaso I am more. Supreme Court. I think Sayantias say there's a reason why you wore the courts. There's a reason why you wore Emra. Because I say, Ija Emrashi Obiansima will have a lawless, chaotic society. And it's quite interesting. Say, Minia Aba, 1 year lawyer. Emon the ultimate and a half say, Idea Supreme Court Candia. It's a be a nyare. 1 year lawyer. Na a plain English. Na Bible no corabo English, you know. Different passages and different interpretations. Hanambwa. The same Bible in people can ya. Over different church, different interpretation. Over had the same verse and different interpretation. Hanambwa. The same Bible. There's a reason why we hear, you hear a court to bring sanity, peace in a nation. Now, what's the issue? Supreme Court, in fact, funny enough, as a layperson, a lawyer, and some person ha kan be 2 weeks ago me discuss here Supreme Court agent has similar things pepe. I must say so obi our parliament and in fact if you ask me Supreme Court na 7-0 decision.
By say
5-7-0 decision.
But what's from the 5 to
7-0? Me catch you, but yes, 7-0 decision.
Are you talking about the vacant seat issue?
Yeah,
I'm just say 5-2.
7-0. Okay, into 7 judges. Nipa 5 a rule say so obi wa parliament and na so ochina or person call different parties wa or as MPP. But the next parliament, no, member as independents, and a member as NDC. The obaso oya in future, no, and affect supplement way. And he own to me in the seat. What you say? Sanomokai. 5 of them kasasem. 2 of them almost say, well, I heard the Kosuniana, Sassam will cry upon and can sell the High Court. Tio, woman can say, one more jitum, and one jintum. Almost say, I say we put in Kesoko High Court. So to the extent that Omaka and Keseko High Court means that indirectly the speaker was wrong in making those pronouncements. You know what I say? So you see why a 7-0 no. I've watched it.
But send the speaker na the court. Send the speaker na the court.
Almost in Kaseme say a high court. Nipa tuna kasa asemi you. And see whether say the seat must be vacant or not no.
Judgment that manim sisi. I'm here to read.
Me say we tanku. And I can't some tanko anyway. Tanko lovely tanko lovely Johnson I don't can't say
Lovelace, yes.
Johnson. I'm not can't say way. Omuni say yeah nkwasem num kura. Yeah the first say when can say high court. Now say some high court. It means in the first place no what the speaker did cry was wrong. And in the power mukura. Almost Supreme Court brain no. No nipa two first say and yeah in the case can't some see I say ko high court mo kan so mu here interpretations abahasi am ya kan wasem nti mo e bo mu nche no court no say enya yen na say Babin speaker was entirely wrong in his judgment, entirely wrong in his ruling.
Yes, man.
What's my here again? Let's understand something.
Yes,
you need idea friend parliamentary supremacy in this country. You need presidential and executive supremacy in this country. You need judicial supremacy in this country. You have constitutional supremacy. Just here. You have constitutional supremacy. One ambia is not above the law. They are all below the constitution. It's very clear. Babin is trying to behave and speak and work as if the parliament is above everything. Say parliament can honor ped your year in Bribés and Shasi. That didn't say anka parliament pass him ra. You per interpretation, you per say implementing brana court. And the parliament from anambwa. Say parliament their role to pass laws anambwa. And so law you per say effective laws na you per say man and one day a court anambwa. I didn't say yes anko parliament from you understand me? You said rightly. These 3 arms near there are checks and balances on each arm. They work hand in hand. But could be superior. Not even the Supreme Court itself, only superior. Okay, just clear. Now, what's here the Supreme Court in the Kayana? Yeah, Ziga, it is simple. Or say, ni power na jin say or be caught in future parliaments, no? Or what has to own to me in seat. My example, my speaker, I say, as simple as it. We are landlord, me a tenant. Your agreement is say it be renew everyone year. But as me try so yearly, and me try 1 year advance from January 1st to December 31st. By 31st December, no, it be me a renew beam. Okay, by September, I me catch a Ziga landlord. This year I met say me was second say a agreement say end year. Me kwatna dan so man. Because I'm bubuashi anambwa.
It doesn't mean that so effective.
Exactly. It is a makato say me kwatna dan so man. It doesn't mean say me no apam na me share no this year no. Because me tria o ka for 1 year.
But say landlord in the sponsor or the obafio.
Precisely the point.
But in the case of unity as a logician, in the case of parliament, a political party sponsored would be the buy.
Good. And the famous, the reason behind that and say what the me call parliament as NPP, me ne nkofo motoma me enya pam covenants so me ba as MP members myself or as independent me ba as MPP so me could bedu ho me bedu fie no mu a so me bedu ho na me say sa parliament ya mu ya metini me pese sisi ya de me pese me hu as MPP biem me pese me hu as NDC first of all we dey mo hwembo you've betrayed them. I don't you don't have any ground to be in there.
But on to say be happy no. So what turn now serve
precisely the point.
You have to be built till the end of the year.
Exactly. You must be there. And so you know you say you man mom. So person will ban next time in a different party. I know it doesn't affect this party, this parliament. In fact, 97 1G, you know, Eka or say seeks to remain in parliament and can seeks to come back to parliament or seeks to return to parliament. And in the Supreme Court ruling, no, seeks to remain in parliament. One can seeks to come back to parliament. Remain is where you are. Say oh no, sorry, Echo washroom or samba. He's returned to the studio. Say I'm sorry, I remain here. You can't interpret remain to mean go and come, Debbie. It's to remain in parliament. And it's your can say it's share ho nia no it's share ho nia with that clause nia for the current parliament.
Okay.
And that's what every parliament has a name. Or 8th parliament, 6th parliament, 7th parliament. Omunia the end of fashion. And you people saw here in 9th parliament no. And to me by affect the or here in 8th parliament. Supreme Court was writing the ruling and again here Babin, the first on one case one court no, on his own case be that was very clear. Supreme Court ama kwan say Brabeka asem make your case lawyer anko was one court it means only case be
that's fantastic submission from Mr. Kwaku Kwashi, member of LPP Communications Directory. Ben, they say you're politicians, but I was asking this question a day before yesterday. But when the ruling came, so let me be saying na Obibuan today. Say me a new patriotic party, and I'm in call for the reason why I'm this law ne buy people don't get it because Obibe timi akobantema. So no akwaye no ho NPP ni no owini wia because say baby ofri no wani NDC ideology baby obi ono no ofri no so open DC ideology no open DC but open kwa parliament ene bia wonya kwan etenye ma membra bantema ye to aba de ma me ase NPP ni a because parliament mumu a ma kwa mu se NDC ni enti in case say no baba be sad ni ti ene obeda no ho a ese e declare why ni vacant. Now listen to me, I'm asking this question because se me NPP ni a ena ma ba parliament ya sponsor ma ba parliament aka 3 months I'm a parliament no ma catch them call for say me next parliament no me pese me ko join NDC tieni yo me pese me ko independence me pese me join NDC na me join NDC no me ya nyimi free parliament ya activate 97 1 no GH no and call parliament am man free parliament afei ya nyimi free hodom no ya kwakoto aba no on the 7th ya to aba no on the 17th ni wie no makwa ko wini ase NDC ni so de biche ape parliament enye yi ye close parliament ya to aba no we parliament that so until January 6 na me call parliament na makwa kwatena NPP for because me name me call for contract social contract